Anybody here this morning?
It is early for the question. And I'm tired this morning. Good morning. I did not sleep well last night.
Good morning, Monica. How are you?
Good morning. Let's get some people on here. Oh, I'm a little early this morning, but I've got things to do, people. I can't let grass or rain grow under my feet. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Good morning. You got your coffee, everybody? Hey, Kathy, good morning. You're up early. I'm sure this is really early for a lot of people. But I've been up. I have showered, obviously. I've already taken my walk. And I'm still tired. I tried to fix my hair just a smidgen for you guys because it was not appropriate. So we are here to answer another reader question this morning. Oh, goodness. Anyways, last night I could not sleep. You know, Austin is home, and Rowena loves Austin. And so she was in the basement with him all night. So I kept waking up and looking at the foot of the bed to see if she was at the foot of the bed or not. And she wasn't, and it was driving me crazy. So, I didn't get any, solid sleep because I'm like, okay. Because I was afraid that the door was shut and she couldn't get upstairs. But the door wasn't shut. Austin knows to leave it open. Yes. So anyways, I don't know. I am tired today. Sandy said she's doing fine. She finished her coffee already. She's been up since 3. Ooh, that calls for a nap. That calls for a nappy. So yes. It is windy and raining here today. So before it rained, between rain and the uptaking wind, I ran out and got my walk. Hey, Marcia, good morning. Monica didn't sleep well either. Must be something on our minds. I know, that's what people always say. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm so glad you're here. Look at your puppy on your picture. I love that. I hope you're doing well. I hope your family's well down there in Kentucky. Sandy says that they're expecting rain today. Yeah, we are too. I haven't gone to the house to see if it's completely torn down, but I plan on making a run over there. I have a storage shed that I got to pay on every month, so I need to, we have a visitor. I have to pay on, so I will go. Rowena, say hi, Rowena. Say hey, girl. There she is. She's such a stinker. Let's see. Chris says hello from South Africa and happy International Dance Day. Oh, I like that. I like the dances. In fact, you can see I have on my jazzercise clothes now and my shoes because I do jazzercise and it's all dance and I love it. My issue, but today I love it. And so Jazzercise is doing online jazzercise since we're closed, and I do it every day. I just absolutely love doing it here. I like doing it here on my time. See, now when you go to a studio, there's class times, and I like being able to do it on my time. So if I write, every day for 3 or 4 hours, and I do writing sprints. So I do 20 minutes, and then I just write, and I don't edit, and then I get up, and I walk around the house for 5 minutes. I sit down again. That's it's called the Pomodoro method. And so, where you wait for 25 minutes and you get up and walk around for 5 minutes or whatever, and take a break. And I don't do any edits while I'm doing that. So that's how I can get my words in for the day. I can always go back and re-edit, but you can't edit things that aren't on the page. So every day I do that, and so then I do an hour of Jazzercise online. So, you know, I like to do Jazzercise maybe in the morning at, you know, right now. But there might not be a Jazzercise class at the studio, so I can just watch it online. It's great. I do love my people at the studio though, but I really like doing it online. Cheryl said that she's doing well. She planted flowers all day yesterday. Gorgeous. I know. Well, you know, we're moving. And I'm like very hesitant about doing any kind of planting. I'm like maintaining. Just maintain the yard. Don't plant nothing. We'll plant it at our new house. Hey, Jen. She's in Northern Kentucky too. I have the same weather. Where are you in Northern Kentucky? Hello, Rowena. Everybody saying hello to you, Rowena. Hey, Vicky. How are you this morning? Well, hey, Tony Fox, girl, you are up. You are up. How is Chicago? Let's see. Tyler Davis says, happy morning, Tyler. Let's see. Jen says, I'll actually be in your city this afternoon. Ah, where are you going to Crestview Hills for, girl? Can I share the link so we can all give it a go? It's on here, Jazzercise On Demand. Just look that up. I'm that Jazzercise loser girl. So when the studio's open, I will alternate going in the morning or late at night. But now that it's online, I'm like, ooh, I can get up and do Jazzercise right in my pajamas. And like yesterday, between the time we had the talk at the bedtime stories on our Cozy Crew page to when I went live at last night for the release, which is probably another reason why I'm tired, I did 45 minutes of Jazzercise. I know, I should have done that, but I did. So yeah, Chris, you can get on Jazzercise On Demand, and or just Jazzercise Incorporated, and you should see some live videos. Now, I do the online app, so I think you have to pay for that. Now, they did offer some free classes back in when all this started. So, but there you go. Yeah, give it a go. You can do the free classes. Sadie, I can't believe you are leaving your she shed behind. Oh no, honey, I'm building a new one. Oh, absolutely not. I'm building a new one. We've looked at them, or like plans, and we've already kind of staked out a place. It's going to be by the lake, so that'll be fun. Good morning, Cheryl. How's Lexington? Jen Stacy is in Morning View, 4 houses from Independence. I'm moving out that way on Mary Ingalls Highway in the woods there. Tony Fox, it's storming. She does Leslie Sansone walking. So yeah, I know a lot of people that do that. They love it. So let's see. Cheers. So Jen's coming to Crestview Hills to get some samples from her doctor. Yeah, crack me up. Yeah, because you can't go in. I know. Anyways, I've got my coffee, and we are here because every Wednesday morning, even after a release night party, I answer a reader question that is sent in by you guys, and we take those questions and answer them here, and then I also put them, they stay on here, and then I also keep them on, I also put them on Instagram, as well as I put them on YouTube. I have no shame, right? And so anyways, today I'll be writing, and then I'm in a group that's called, I'm in 2 mastermind groups. One that's specifically with Cozy Mystery authors, and we talk probably weekly through Zoom, and we all are part of Cozy Town Sleuth. So if you're not in Cozy Town Sleuth, then you should jump over there and join. We have weekly daily things from our characters. And so yesterday I know was Amy Boyles, and today I think is Karen McNary, and then tomorrow is Christy Rose, and then Friday is myself. So we are a collective of Cozy Mystery authors, and we all love each other, and we're all friends. And so when we get together on retreats. I hope you guys watch our goofy photos. So, anyways, and then I'm not talking to them today, but I do talk to my friend, Christy Bella Camino, who also had a release yesterday. She's a thriller author, so we have a mastermind weekly. And we Skype every Wednesday. So we talk about different various things in the industry and what's going on with that. And she and I met because we were partners at we were publishing mates at HarperCollins. She is a thriller author. So she writes completely different than Cozy, but it's really good stuff. And she's great. She's also a Crime Beat journalist in Minneapolis, and so she's really fascinating. She's a really great girl. So we have a lot of time. We have a lot of fun talking. But today we are here for a reader question, and that's why I'm on so early, because I had to get my jazzercise in, my walking in, and my writing in before my phone call with Christy. So our reader question today is from, I don't read these ahead of time, so Jane Dietz. I think Jane's, did I just see Jane say hello? Hey Jane, oh, not 7:30 there. Hey girl, it's almost 8:30 here. I'm glad you're on, because this is your reader question. She said, how do you independently publish your books? Are there any how-to books you can recommend? Well, Jane, that is a loaded question. So over 10 years ago, I started self-publishing my books. And that was kind of taboo at the time. It was looked upon, frowned upon in the industry. But when you weren't picked up by a publisher, then you had no other option. So I knew that I just wanted to publish one book, and that was it. I wasn't going to do this big career change. I was happy as a child therapist, and I loved my family. So I decided to self-publish and was kind of really ostracized for that. I was actually kicked out of a national writers club because they said that it was not the correct form of publishing and writing. So that just kind of pissed me off and made me say, you know what, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to prove you wrong. So after many years and a few more books, actually that's how HarperCollins discovered me and picked me up and said, hey, do you have an agent? We are in love with your self-published series. And that's how they got the Southern Ghostly Mystery series. And I loved working with them. I'm not saying I didn't. I love that. So now in my business, I have various arms of income. So I am with 3 separate publishers. I'm also my own publishing house, which is an LLC. And I also have an arm in audiobooks with publishing companies, as well as I have my specific audios with the audio publishing company themselves. Also, HarperCollins has my audiobooks in other places, as well as another publishing house I'm with. And I also independently also have my own publishing things. So I have 4 separate audio publishing arms, as well as 3 separate publishing big publishers and myself. So that's 8 arms of income that I have just for that, which I have other arms as well of income. So that's why I started independently publishing my books. But how you do it, girl, is you've got to first off write the book, which I'm not sure if you've done that, and then you have to find a editor, which you can go on various websites. Also here on Facebook, you can Google self-published editors or independent editors. I call it self-publishing. A lot of people call it indie publishing. It is what it is. It's self-publishing. At the time, the Kindle wasn't out when I did it. And so my husband had a Sony e-reader, which they don't even have now. And so he's pretty techie, so he figured out how to format books. So you would have to get a formatter, or they also have different things that you can purchase, I think for like $500. One's called Vellum, and I don't really know what all those are because my husband still formats all the books the way I want him to format them. I'm very particular with how they are formatted and what they look like. So he is, after he works a long day at the office, he also works for Tanya Kappas Books, LLC. And so I also have 2 employees that you are behind the scenes that I pay, that you don't see, that I keep in contact with them. So they help also run the business smoothly. And obviously I have another employee that likes to pretend to be an employee. I'm not going to mention any names. So, so it's a business. It's not something that you just say, I'm going to write a book and then I'm going to throw it up. If you do, you can do that. But if you want it to be successful and to reach readers, which was what I wanted to do. My why was to reach one reader, to escape. And at the time it was to escape for various reasons. And now obviously, we want to escape from this coronavirus. And so if somebody picks up my book, and escapes, then I've done my job and I'm happy. Then what you have to do is, after you get all that settled and edited and books ready to go, you have to go on all the various platforms, and you have to open up your accounts, and you have to have be able to, like, if you want Barnes & Noble, I don't even know what it's called. I don't publish on Barnes & Noble anymore. It's EPUB something, I think. Also, Amazon has a publishing arm that you would apply for called Kindle KDP. I don't even know what it stands for. And then you'd have to get if you want to be on Apple, you have to upload on a Mac computer. Apple does not play well with other computers, so if you want to be on their platform, you have to actually upload to Apple, or you have to do something called Drafted Digital. You have to upload to Google. Like, there's so many things that you have to do. So there's a lot of checklists that you do. And then once you go through the various steps of that, if they approve your book, then you get on. Now, with that said, there are over, I think last statistic, I know it was over 1 million. 1 million books are published daily through independent publishers or self-publishing. So then you have to worry about the marketing side of the business. Writing the book is the easiest thing to do. It's the marketing that's the hardest. And so that's why in the morning I get up and I do the easy thing. I write. It's easy for me. I love it. I enjoy it. But it's the business stuff that's the hard part. So I'm in various startup groups that will be starting businesses within the next couple of years with very well-known authors. So I do a lot of that with my time right now. It's not a public group yet, but when it does hit, you guys are going to love it. It's for readers. And so I'm in various startup groups that I invest in. I also do some charity work, so that goes along with the business. You also have to do ads, and that is difficult, but I have a business coach that I work with every week, and we screenshot and we look at my ads to see how they're performing, and if we need to spend the ad. I have a budget to spend on ads. It's upwards in the thousands of dollars a month. So there's a lot of things to it, Jane. It's not just, hey, I'm on Facebook Live. This is my favorite time. This is what I love. But then after I get off here, it's, I got to really, dig down. It's just a business. It's about being a small business owner. And are there any how-to books you can recommend? You know what? I don't really read how-to books. I know my friend David Gogren, he has a few books. As a matter of fact, he does books on ads to authors, and he put myself in the book. Like, if you want to succeed in Cozy Mystery, follow Tanya Kappas. I'm like, what did you do? I've got all these messages from authors. What, and I didn't even know he was going to put me in the book. And it's fine, I don't mind, but a lot of us that are indie, that self-published, that are successful at this time, they and I started at the same time, and we muddled our way through. But there are some books, but I would look at, like, I would follow him. I would go back to his blog. I would follow him because there's a lot of stuff out there. So you really Google, but you can do it. I mean, I have all the faith in the world that you got this. If you are at home and you can write, that's where I would start. I would start that first, start writing that. It doesn't matter, if you know how to write. I didn't know how to write. I just, was writing what I know, and I still write what I know. So my advice is to just sit down and write, and then you have a lot of friends. Let your friends read it. Let your daughter read it. You got to have a good backbone, and you got to have thick skin, because they're going to be honest with you. At least I hope you have friends that are honest with you. And so you really, I think you can do. I tell everybody they can write a book. It's just having thick skin. But your first step, I wouldn't even worry about the business side of it, because that'll all come naturally as you think about it. But the first step is writing the book. I just honestly think you can do it. I mean, I'm sure you have a lot of great stories, and you have a cat. I mean, really, you have a coworker already. So I think that when you ask how, that's how. But the first step is to write. And you can't publish something that's not written. And I know that you can do it. I know you. I've met you in person. And I know you can do it. So let's see. Good morning. That was our reader question for the long way around. Good morning, Norma. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Tyler said, oh, yeah, new Caper Cook came out yesterday. Thanks, Tyler. That's something I knew at least today. That's awesome. Congratulations. Chris said good night from Australia. Sally, I look great in the morning. You're so cute. Jane, oh, you're here. Let's see. Hello from Ohio, Pam. Jane said that's a lot. Well, that was your question. It is a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to say, yeah, you can do it and it's easy. It's not. It really isn't. And it's a lot of work and a lot of sweat and tears. But you got to write the book, and then it gets easier from there. So, I have a system now. I have a system where it's boom, 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 boom. Unfortunately, today, I wish I could take off. I had a very successful launch yesterday with you guys. I couldn't do it without you. But today starts all of my checklists for what I need to do for my next book, All She Wrote. So I wish I could take off, a day, but I'm not at a stage in my career where I can do that, I don't think. A lot of people will be like, oh, no, you could take off a day. Well, I don't feel like I can do that yet. And so, but, it is a lot, but it's not a lot after you write the book. Right now, the hurdle is to write the book. And like I said, I think you can do that. Norma, wow, I'm so glad you didn't let Slavery of that group get you down. What a loss that would have been to all of us who love your books. Thank you so much, Norma. Actually, it was a huge $1 billion writing group. And so they're still around. They have huge conferences. And actually what happened, Norma, is they started after I was self-publishing and kind of making some waves and winning some awards. They contacted me and paid me to travel around the United States to teach their groups how to self-publish. So I happily took their money. Thanks, Jane. She does look like employee of the month, doesn't she? She's so crazy. But yeah, Jane, I'm so glad that you're on here to hear your reader question. I think that that's great. Because you can do it. I know you. I've met you in person. You've been to my events. And I think you can do it. Just even if it's a short story. Short stories are uber popular right now. And you can get those up. There's also some, you can Google if you don't want to do a cover artist. Because my cover artist, I've stepped up, which was what you would do. So you can actually Google ebook covers. And I think there's some on Facebook too, and they're already pre-made ebook covers. And you can type in cozy pre-made ebook covers, and you can get like an ebook cover for like $50, $60, $75. And you could write just a small, quick. I'm assuming you do mystery, because I know you read cozy mystery. Maybe you do romance. I don't know. Maybe you do thriller. Maybe you write about cats. Paranormal. Animal paranormals are super popular, or whatever it is. But you can write a short story and get a cover and put it up. It's easy to do that. Well, not easy, but you know, it's a lot easier. You'll learn the business side. And if you're going to be scared, you're not going to be able to move forward. So this is what I did. So 10 years ago, when Eddie could come home after work, he would spend hours figuring out how to format. You know, we would be up till 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he'd get up and go to work in the morning for the full day. So, you know, but it was little things. So we didn't, at the time that, like I said, Kindle wasn't around. So we had to do our own path. But you learn little steps at a time. And so that's what you do in business, and that's what you do with books. And books aren't going anywhere, so you got time. And you're not going anywhere, you got time. So you just write a short story and get a cover. Have some of your friends. You got some good friends. You got some good cozy friends that you hang out with, that I know. I've seen them. I've met them. So they would be able to give you some feedback. It's just the feedback that might make you. Oh, hey, Janine, talking about Eddie's work. There's Janine. Yeah, Tyler, she does have this. I think, Tyler, you're pretty new, aren't you, at writing? Or you're self-publishing. So maybe you guys can hook up. So Jane has been writing since she's been 10. See? You got this. And I'm glad I got your reader question. Kathy, you have a great day. You got to get to work. I got to get to work. Jane, thank you for your question. I learned a lot. Thanks, Jen. I hope you travel over to Crestview Hills today very, very safely. Wear your mask. And Sue says hello from Missouri. Have a great day. Let's see. Monica, great question, Jane. My daughter just published her first book, so I'm going to have her watch this. Great, Monica. Did you tell me it was a children's book? I get a lot of people that ask me about children's book. I know nothing about children's book. But I mean, even if you wanted not to even self-publish, you can go traditional if you'd like to do that, which is another publishing arm I do. There is a website called Publishers Weekly that have a list of agents. You can type in the genre you want to write in, and my agent is out in California. I've actually had 3 agents as my career has progressed. So, just for the various things. So, yeah, Jane, you'll have to keep us posted. Good, I'm glad you're ready to move forward, Jane. Hey, Tony. Now, Tony's a writer. I'm not going to scold you. It's too early to scold you. Good evening from Melbourne, Australia, from Andrea. Well, you guys, that was Jane Dietz, who is on our live feed right now. And she had asked the reader question on Tanya, how do you independently publish your books, and are there any how-to books you can recommend? Jane, I think that's a great question. I hope you guys, if you're interested in that, rewind this because I am going now to go write. Which is what we all do. So Jane, I'm no different than you. I've got to get off and get to writing. So you guys, I hope you have a great day. Again, thank you so much for a wonderful release. Keep posting about your release. Post pictures of you holding your book up. I would be so happy and proud. And Jane, remember, when you're writing the book, you only need one reader. One reader. That's all you need. And so I'll have to tell you that story about how I got that one reader and how that one reader really helped me. So I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe and wash your filthy hands. Bye, guys.